happy Friday is usually when Whitney posts these. It's not actually Friday, but I'm going to pretend like it is. Great to see everyone, and just giving our kind of weekly commission update. So a few things that have gone on in the last week that are worth noting. We approved 2 pretty large conservation easements at our Tuesday meeting. That was a really positive, fun thing, as it always is. There was a ranch just to the west of Gallatin Gateway that connects a lot of conservation easements and public land sort of west of the Gallatin River up in the Dryland Hills up there by Axtell Anthony Road. And then we had a Jefferson River farm ranch that was right on the riparian corridor off of Old Yellowstone Highway. So those are fun. For me, on Tuesday, I rolled into an afternoon of union negotiations with our sheriff's deputies and detention center officers union. And that is a positive thing that we continue to participate in. Gallatin County has many unionized departments, and so that's part of our job here is negotiating with our unionized employees and negotiating contracts. So that's been a really interesting and fruitful process so far. We're just partway into it, but it's a good learning process for me. It's my first union negotiations I've participated in. Also for me, just on a personal note, this is a season of reffing basketball. So I'm a high school basketball official, and I've seen lots of people that I don't get to see in gyms across the county in Big Sky, West Yellowstone. We go as far as Gardner, White Sulphur Springs, but Manhattan, Belgrade, Three Forks, Churchill, Bozeman, Belgrade. So hopefully I'll see some of you out there who follow high school sports in the gyms over the coming months. Another thing I got to help with a week ago, last Friday, was delivering bonus checks. So I got to visit some departments and county employees that are spread all over the valley and deliver bonus checks, and that was really fun. Checked in with the landfill, 911 dispatchers, all the public safety folks at the Law and Justice Center campus, and Road and Bridge Department. So that was really fun for me, and just a chance for all the county employees watching that we really enjoyed that. And generally speaking, it's just, I hope it lands as an expression of our gratitude. We're glad you're on our team. We value you, and thank you so much for what you do every day and every week to serve the people of Gallatin County and deliver the essential services that our constituents rely upon. Lastly, I just want to note 2 things I did on Wednesday afternoon of this week that were, I think, really positive, fun things. One, I went to Jim Ness. I went to his retirement party and saw people from all over the community. Jim Ness was the president for the last several years of First Security Bank here in Bozeman. And I got to know Jim over the last couple years around the urban camping issue and the homelessness issue, and he's on the Bozeman Chamber of Commerce board. And he was someone that I got to watch pivot quickly from some frustrating conversations and a lot of community discontent around the homelessness issue, and pivot towards the solution space. And just he raised about $1 million from business owners and large employers in the community and other banks. And he earned my deepest respect watching him really lean into the solution space. Jim also helped to found the Bozeman Housing Impact Fund, or Gallatin Housing Impact Fund, which is a really great community effort. And it just reminded me, I got to say thank you and express my respect and gratitude to Jim last night. But it's a fun opportunity to reflect on people can serve our communities from so many perspectives, and a community banker is kind of a traditional perspective where you just get your fingers on all kinds of things that are happening in the community. But business owners, employees, public sector employees, private sector employees, kids, parents, grandparents, caretakers, there's so many ways to lean into tough problems and make our community better. And it's just an opportunity to reflect on that, thinking about Jim Ness retiring. So thank you, Jim, if you're watching. And then the last thing I want to mention is another fun thing that, again, has some connections to the Chamber and Jim and the Housing Impact Fund. But yesterday we approved approximately $700,000 in low interest rate loans to support the preservation of a mobile home park in Belgrade. It's called Stan's Garden. It's just on the frontage road as you're driving into town, into downtown Belgrade. There are 39 homes there, and with a bunch of community partners, nonprofit, private sector, et cetera, they're in the process of converting into a resident-owned community where the residents in that mobile home park actually purchase the land and infrastructure underneath their homes. And kind of turn it into a co-op where they can then finance a bunch of reinvestment in infrastructure and generally just take charge of their own future, their community, and really make sure that those mobile homes stay there for years and years and years to come, rather than having it potentially on the open market and being sold out from underneath them. From the county's perspective, those types of projects are so important, and preserving those types of communities is so important. We're not seeing new mobile home developments being proposed or coming online at any meaningful scale, and so protecting and preserving the ones that we have and making sure that housing type, which is so important for working families, young people, low to moderate income, Gallatin County residents, we just have to work really hard and get really creative to try and preserve those communities and that type of housing in this community. So we got to do that yesterday, or take a big step in doing that. So some of our partners that I'd like to thank are the Northern Rocky Mountain Economic District, Prospera. The city of Belgrade had a revolving loan fund that they chipped in on. Our county revolving loan fund put $465,000 into it. And Prospera also was able to put some USDA grant some loan funds into the mix as well. And NeighborWorks Montana is a nonprofit that works on these housing preservation efforts, and they're really the reason we all got to participate in preserving that community. So that's some good news, and I think I'll leave it there. But appreciate you all tuning in. Be in touch if you have questions or feedback for us at the Commission office, 582-3000, or commission@gallatin.mt.gov. And have a wonderful weekend, everyone.